And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a retake of Crypto Bull, mainly our 19th episode of ENJIN Coin. Yesterday, I already did a live stream concerning the subject, but due to technical difficulties, I had to cut it short, mainly because I forgot to share my screen. And, well, you had about half an hour of a guy talking to himself, clicking on screen without you guys seeing anything. So it was a small mistake on my part. So anyway, I'm going to start from scratch today. I'm going to start sharing my screen here. So as I said, we'll be starting from scratch today. So what is it about? We're going to fully analyze, do a technical analysis of ENJIN coin. We shall learn what it is about, what it does, its consensus mechanisms, what it stands for, etc., etc. How do we do so? Well, by taking a quick peek at its dedicated websites, taking a look at its white paper, taking a look at the various social media websites and communities where it's, well, that pertains to its community. We all are also going to take a look at its historical value and value to date by reason, well, to measure up if it's an investing worthy coin or not. So without further ado, let us begin. Start sharing screen here. Now, I always start out by going to the CoinGecko website. Okay, that one's on. You never know, forgot to double check that one. So CoinGecko website. Now you can also use CoinMarketCap, but now I'm more accustomed to using CoinGecko. ENJIN coin ranked 75 when it concerns market capitalization. Let us see. Well, let's look at what's present on screen. Current value, $1.35 USD dollars. Growth of in the last 24 hours of 4.2%. When compared to Bitcoin, it went down a little bit, but when compared to Ethereum, it went up once again. Most investors will default back to USD, so that's to take into account. What else do we see here? I see a dedicated website, enjin.io, an immediate link to the white paper. Those are bonus points. Explorers, I see here Etherscan and Explorer. This implies it is going to be a token, as mentioned here in the tags. Being built on the Ethereum blockchain. There's contract here. For that, I did it yesterday too. But to show you once again, I'm going to use Token Sniffer later on just to look up how well the contract is, if it's a direct copy of other contracts of other cryptocurrency projects, or if others try to imitate it. That's where I use the token sniffer for. Sometimes it gives me, well, some good information where it concerns, if it concerns, well, copy-paste works, if it's associated to source code with renowned scam projects, etc., etc. So that's one dedicated site. I have used it once or twice during the course of all episodes here. However, sorry about that. Those are the neighbors. Yeah, where was I? So to sniff out the source code, etc., and to make comparisons. So we'll be using that later on. Wallets on crypto.com, DeFi wallet and Ledger wallet. Communities, Reddit, Twitter, Telegram, bitcointalk.org. This is a forum that I know of. We'll look into that later on. Source code is available on GitHub. Some projects, mostly tokens, do not have their source code available, so quite happy to see GitHub. Tags, it's a token, okay. It has to do something with entertainment. Non-fungible tokens, so it is related to NFTs and related to gaming. Let us see. First things first, we're going to look up its historical value and current value and see its evolution. This is in the last 24 hours. It seems to me value is relatively stable, notwithstanding the volatility here. So in the last 24 hours, it remained more or less stable, just a big dip here and something getting back up. Now, like I said, I'm more interested in its entire historical run. What do I see here? Listed on November 10th, 2017, which implies the project might have been incepted around that time. And that's also the same period where the very first bull run, well, not very first bull run, but the last major bull run of Bitcoin in the entire market took place, where Bitcoin hit its 20,000 USD dollar all-time high. Naturally, we're way above that one. But as you can see here, it seems to be even incepted well beforehand. So it had some growth here, reached 40 cents, came down, remained relatively stable, had an up peak here that I remember from 2019, and slowly down. So it's following closely the markets. And here it seems to me it began to gain traction. And so March 2020, yeah, that was the overall dip. Started growing once again, been stable, and then suddenly popped back up in the last couple of months, reached its all-time high somewhere in April. Is now getting back down, it seems. So following the market trends. Let's just see what it has been doing over the last year. Stable, okay, so that's general uptick. More stable like so, like how my mouse is moving. If you can see it on screen naturally. It seems to be forming a new plateau here. Let's zoom in, still going up. On the 3-month basis, it seems to be going downward, a downtrend. On a monthly basis, it seems to me it reached an average volume, so slightly going downwards, but considering starting from May up until now, its value is remaining relatively stable, like the rest of the crypto market. 14 days, yeah, okay, there was this dip, like the crypto market, slowly going down still. 7 days, going down. Here it's remaining relatively stable, so I'm assuming it's following market trends and at overall is decreasing slightly in value. Any remarks where it concerns its value, its historical run? I dare say future-wise, NFTs have some future potential. They are, well, I dare not say quite new, but relatively to market adoption and gaining traction, they are at the very beginning. So I'm not expecting some major improvements future-wise. Well, future-wise, I'm really talking about in the next few months. However, as I can see now, during the bull run of 2021, DeFi in itself has become more and more important, and NFTs are the next thing after DeFi to gain some traction. So I'm assuming within a year or 2 or 3, its value might start increasing more than what we've seen now. It might even be the case we are at the average level for it to sustain. So you never know. Future-wise, I'm slightly in doubt, mostly because I do not know all too much about the project. So let us continue. Expand, quiet. Binance, highest trading volume, so mostly on Binance and Crypto.com that it's being traded. ENJIN coin price and market data. I love seeing this one here and reading a little bit about it. Not so much due to the price indication on 24 trading volume, but I'm always interested in this part. It has a max cap, so a maximum amount of coins that can be minted, mainly being 1 billion being the max, just like 21 million Bitcoins to ever be produced. With ENJIN coin, it's 1 billion ENJIN coins to ever be produced. 930 million in circulation, which implies about 70 million are yet to be minted. To buy or sell ENJIN coin Binance. Okay, this is how to set up your wallet. I'm not going to click on it by reason you wouldn't hear the sound if I did so, by reason I'm using my headphones here. But mostly it's about setting up a wallet, and I'm much more interested in what it is about. So in order to do that, I clicked the links beforehand. Let's take a look at its dedicated website. So what do we see here? New building activities. Care. Next gen NFTs for everyone. Okay. It is for individual business and brands to use non-fungible tokens of the future. This implies it has something to do with developing or minting non-fungible tokens or NFTs. The how and what, no clue. Powered by ENJIN, this core pioneering blockchain project created by talented developers and forward-thinking companies across the world. Okay. I'm going to assume it's going to act as a development platform, measuring by what I'm seeing here on screen. A development platform for games, it seems, due to the various images I'm seeing here. Metaverse grew by Health Hero, so yeah, probably a gaming platform whereby certain in-game items can be minted into NFTs and be traded. Assuming here. Reducing Infinity, next generation blockchain for NFTs. To everyone. Okay, I'm going to click on that later on. Why ENJIN? Changing the fundamental nature of virtual economies. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay. Introducing two NFTs through a process called minting. Yeah, minting in general is nothing more than taking a digital file. It can be a PDF, an image, a video file, audio file, or even lines of code, and simply uploading them to a blockchain and create a and tokenize it in reality. So it means uploading a file on the blockchain which can be traded. One of the strengths of NFTs is that it is unique. It gives you a unique track record of authorship, so the one who made it, and ownership, the one who's holding the NFTs, no copies can be made, etc. And that's the process of minting in layman terms. Now they say this can be reversed, every NFT can be melted back into a coin. So I'm going to assume with this one, each NFT on the ENJIN platform that has been minted, you can sell and actually receive an ENJIN coin as well. I wanted to say reward, but in exchange sounds much better. ENJIN coin has real life value, meaning that all NFTs created with it have real life value too. Currently 135. These NFTs exist on the blockchain, which makes them powerful. For example, time in gaming inventory can be in your phone. So yeah, basically it's saying all your items and specs can be uploaded probably on the blockchain, stored as NFTs and sent towards your phone. So for example, you encounter another player who's interested in your Sword of Doom or Sword of Earthly Delight, wink wink. You can sell it in an NFT form to him and I can use it in game. Featuring a sword you can use in multiple games. This wasn't set up, which you can easily sell to anyone anytime. So basically what I was saying. Get a product is essential by ENJIN coin. Tomorrow will evolve into connected digital reality. Having fun. So yeah, basically it comes down to if wrapping everything together, probably development platform, whereupon games are being developed. The in-games items you can actually mint into NFTs and trade cross realms, probably with other players. It isn't really very clear here, so I'm going to close it down. This one, was there something I wanted to see here? This one, platform, wallet, marketplace, B. Okay, entirely. Yeah, that's what I like, the white paper. So developed September 26th of September 2017, so it took a few months before being listed on CoinGecko. I love seeing a white paper by reason it gives me an entire rundown what the project is about. So, as suspected, gaming community creation platform. So it's a platform for development of games. Gaming community across thousands of games. Okay, registered gamers based in Singapore. Blah 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 blah. It's introducing ENJIN coin on a cryptocurrency. So it says it's an ERC20 token. So it doesn't have its own blockchain, but makes use of the Ethereum blockchain. It's an ERC20 token. That's its designation. And a new cryptocurrency, and smart contract platform that gives game developers, content creators, and gaming communities the required crypto-backed value and tools for implementing and managing virtual goods. So yeah, you get you can create NFTs and trade it with others who are working on the same platform. That's basically what it says. ENJIN platform will have support for these tokens in the next 6 months. Okay. Yeah, it's probably a little bit dated due to being incepted 2017, so it should be updated. Towards will give full support for these tokens, period. We'll develop a powerful framework of open source software development kits. Okay, wallet, game plugins, etc., etc. Usable cryptocurrency for gaming. So it's a cryptocurrency used for gaming and content creation. Up here they give a little breakdown what it is about. When distribute and trade virtual goods, giving gaming and content creators a new model of virtual ownership. It's nice. To use gaming cryptocurrency for gaming, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm quickly reading it through, not going to read it all out. The reason that I might cross over the 45 minutes margin I set myself. You guys can actually pause the video, read the pages here at your own leisure. It's also available, as you can see here in the link, to look it up for yourself. So I'm going to scroll past it. Payment fraud high. Okay, so up here are the challenges they encountered by development and, well, not by development, but encountered for the creation of NFTs and the challenges they had to overcome. Solutions, benefits for communities, game publishers, blah blah blah. Virtual goods market. Okay, so up here they give you a little rundown of the virtual goods, so in-game items being purchased and trading. So in free-to-play games, naturally, 54% of all items are being purchased. In massive multiplayer online games, 34, social networks, PC games, etc. As you can see, PC games, console games, not all too much items or virtual goods are being purchased. Virtual goods, in-game currency, naturally, currency is most important. Non-digital goods by content, first party, third party, so rundown, mobile game market. So what these guys are about, before I continue with the ENJIN team, game creation platform enables you to mint in-game items, to put it very bluntly and put it in plain English. So game creating platform allows you to mint your in-game items into NFTs for easy trade. If you trade, you can earn, well, you can be paid in ENJIN coins, which once again can be used in-game or, well, actually be used on the games developed on the ENJIN platform. Simple as that. Immense integration features out to communities. So, as mentioned here, probably wanting to work together with major game developers, that ENJIN coins can be used for in-game trading. Simple. Now, I love seeing this one, ENJIN team. I always love to see team members, especially, yeah, that's a link, especially when I can verify the social media profiles to see if it's not a scam or fake profiles, my apologies, are being used. So, Maxim Blagov, CEO, co-founder, and creative director at ENJIN. Okay. Seems to work out here. It's got a proven track record. Some healthy interaction. So this guy's legit and not some rip-off profile. Especially with LinkedIn, you can easily see when it's fake account. So CTO at ENJIN, we did Radomski. CTO, okay, he's been working with ENJIN for 12 years. There's endorsements. There's interests here. Looks natural, though not very well maintained. Joshua Wolfel, full stack web developer. Wellington, okay. Also checks out, from what I can tell. It's easy researchable. If you really want to go in depth, you can always check out the education, his experiences, etc. Not only from this guy here, but as well as from the others. It only becomes very suspicious if there's no social media links, but also that there were no previous experiences, for example, or there's no real track record where he studied, where he graduated, and files that you can always ask to, well, the educational institutes or the endorsements. But from what I can tell, all these guys seem very legit. Not available. Huh. Might occur. Nothing too bad, but the other ones checked out. That's 1 out of 5 or 6. Java language, okay. Software engineer, director of technical operations. Yeah, this guy is legit. So I dare say, team is, sorry, that's for later on tonight. It's my work that I'm doing, the posts I made on Instagram, etc. So everything seems to be quite legit here. Team members are being mentioned. That's one of the reasons why I love seeing a decently made white paper. Some good effort has been made to developing it. To close it down, well, I'm going to try to take a look at the website. So platform, let's take a look here. Okay, that's the minting panel. So you get redirected where you can actually mint your NFTs on the ENJIN platform. The wallet, the App Store, Google Play, so you can download the wallet here. Marketplace. Let's take a quick gander. So Aurora Dragon, Santa Ring. So those are all in-game items and designations that you can trade, put for sale, or buy. Just curious about the activity. Seems to be quite a lot and quite recent, so it's actively being used. Damn. Yeah, I consider this 1,499 ENJIN coin, and its price is at $1. So you can do the calculation. That's quite a nice price there. Let's return. JumpNet for a free Ethereum scaling. What's that about? An ERC1155 tokens. So yeah, basically because they are an ERC20 token, the minting itself is another protocol being used on the Ethereum blockchain, which is this one. So not all too bad. Also, as a remark, site loaded quite fast, is up to date. So love seeing that one. Let's just see at the games here. Age of Rust, 9 Lives, Arena, Lost Relics. So there are a few games being built. Old way, pay to win, play to earn. So yeah, make a differentiation here. Beautiful value bar, game the stories, 9 Lives Arena. So yeah, it's basically a rundown what it does with the games. Cool. Crypto community, track traders and investors, incentivize activity, encourage long-term loyalty and engagement. Okay, so these are the exchanges once again. With a click, okay. Fine. This is about drive humor conversion, get started free. Okay, it's for if you want to get active here. This one is quite important to me. I love seeing regularly updated news articles and blogs. Why? This implies to me that there's active development going on. There are active communities behind and developer teams being busy. From what I can tell, this one's from 3 days ago. Nice. So regular articles here. on about almost a monthly-ish basis, which is cool. Implies the community is living and thriving, though seen other projects where the updates were much more recent and more forgiving, shorter in waiting terms, but it's all right. Documentation, help center. So there's a help center. What do you need to write about us? Integrate protocol, make it easy for everyone to develop, trade, monetize, and market for the blockchain. Yeah, I probably should have clicked on this one, as I am, well, not really promoting them, but doing a rundown. But who does it? ENJIN, powered by ENJIN, about us. Oh. These are the events, what we do, who we are. ENJIN career, so there we go. There's some open positions with them, and it's all remote. So you never know, you guys. If there's someone watching who's a developer, I want to take a hint. That concludes my verification of the websites. Like promised, click to copy. I'm pulling it through the token sniffer, and as expected, it's a verified contract source, so it checks out. No pre or similar token contract. It's unique, checks out. Source does not contain a proxy contract, checks out. The use of a proxy contract implies, well, the lack of it. Well, the presence of a proxy contract implies a rug pull can be made. Source does not contain a possible contract. This implies approximately the same as the previous one. However, this implies that the project can be made defunct immediately after major investors stepped in and that the developers ran away. So the fact that these two are being checked is actually a very solid sign. The project is genuine. Other indicator it's a genuine project, I dare say, has to do with historical value. Forgot to mention it, but it started in 2017. I always handle, as a general rule, to only invest in projects which are older than 2 or 3 years old. Considering this one's approximately 4 years, going into its 4th year, I'm quite convinced the project is going to be solid, especially regarding that there's some decent movement going on, and that its value didn't skyrocket downward towards almost zero, and is at a reasonable $1.33. So yeah, it's the very first decent indication. Anyway, let's continue. I promised to do a checkup of the social community, so Reddit, Twitter, Telegram, and Bitcoin Talk. Let's see, that's pinned. There's a daily discussion. Okay, so they have discussion treats. That's legal tender. Okay, yeah. Health to launch. I'm quickly reading through the website. Well, website through the topics and the titles. I see a healthy amount of, I'm not going to say hyping, but a decent amount of memes, news, some decent activity 12 hours ago. It basically professing all of our ENJIN Infinity. So there's some news and memes going on. Some decent recent activity. Yeah, I always take a look at ENJIN team here to see if it's not them pushing everything upward, but I see some content by, okay, the auto moderator, but by the community itself. There's some decent movement. Example of a game. So yeah, Reddit is quite calm when it concerns the community, but there's some good livelihood, so that's nice. See, Twitter jumped into this live. Okay, what I'm doing here, I'm also going to check up the amount of followers with the amount of likes beneath the various posts being made. That's a small indicator to me, well, a small checkup in reality, that if I notice that there's a high amount of followers, but the amount of likes remained quite low. That implies it might be a scam project by reason that they bought their followers but do not interact with it. However, I see it's verified here, which already gives it credit. 210,000 followers. I see 1.1k likes, some decent interaction. It's okay considering the amount of followers. That's a retweet. Nice. So there's some interaction going on here on Twitter, quite recently even. More interested here, 266. Okay. Bit on the lowish side, but it's all right. It's all right. Amount of replies, retweets, and likes here very naturally, depending on the news that's being brought. But I see some healthy numbers, healthy interactions. So yeah, Twitter seems to be a good go-to spot where it concerns interaction with ENJIN coin and following the news. That's great. Telegram channel, guys probably might be seeing my private here. Anyway, so there's a major news item, information bot, roadblocks, memes, discussions, quickly scrolling through, ENJIN making an announcement. I'm going to be flagged for that one. Memes. Okay. Telegram channel exists. Visit it if you want to. Can always be an interesting endeavor. These are the Bitcoin forums. So this gives you, in general, an update what's living, what it is about. There's Facebook. Checking out Facebook. Generally, it's quite dead. However, what I can tell 12 hours ago, ENJIN go take your health next level. Let's take NFTs. Okay, so there's some decent activity on Facebook. I do not encounter that one quite frequently, but Facebook seems to be also a go-to place with some healthy interaction. You never know. BitSat that they didn't mention it on CoinGecko. I'm going to look up, could have gone upwards, latest pages to see the latest interactions, April 9th. I'm not going to look at the contents here. It generally resembles a little bit what can be found in the other social media profile. My tweet site position, May 19th. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that concludes my visitation of the social media accounts. Keeps going upward. Give it a nice like, ooh, going upward nicely. If you invested less than an hour ago, you're up with 2.2%. Congratulations. So, guess I'll be wrapping it up then. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. There we go. So, what can I tell about ENJIN coin? Firstly, when talking about its historical value, I'd say it's one of those cryptocurrency projects who tends to follow the market. However, that in itself is quite a forgiving factor. With other projects that I've encountered and actually did a technical analysis on, it was one of the death strokes where I said, yeah, do not invest in it. In this one, I dare say it's forgiven by reason its main focus is on NFTs, so non-fungible tokens, which is something quite newly hyped in the current crypto sphere. So with that, I dare say it's a little bit normal. It isn't as active or has its own mind when compared to other major known cryptocurrency projects. It's a forgiving factor, I dare say. In general, in the last couple of months, I've got the impression they are once again being in a downtick where it concerns value. However, I wouldn't be surprised that they would continue trading above the $1 level. So seems to me quite decent where it concerns historical value, especially because they gained a lot of traction in the last couple of months during this recent bull run. Seeing they were incepted during the previous bull run of 2017-2018 and did okay, so they had a little uptick there, but now are decently growing. It implies to me, well, they've got a mind of their own, but are still in full development, full adaptation. So Future-wise, they might grow. Other good factor when it concerns value has to do with its market cap over its max cap of 1 billion coins. That's not all too high, not all too low where it concerns the amount of coins. Love seeing max cap. Future-wise, it implies its value will skyrocket. By reason, well, you've got rarity and scarcity at that point in time. When the last coin will be minted, I have no idea. However, there's a max cap and there's 930 million in circulation that I've seen. So 70 million yet to be minted. So starting from that last one or even now, I assume they're going to skyrocket furthermore and flatline somewhere at a certain value. In any case, where it concerns value and taking into account the max cap, it can be the max cap to ever be present. I'm really searching my words here. Sorry, guys. I dare say quite decent. Use case, well, I wanted to say I'm not much of a gamer, but that's a lie. I love a variety of games, loving World of Warcraft. I'm also more of a classic Doom retro gamer kind of gamer. So the use of NFTs in the gaming community is actually a very specialized niche. I dare say many gamers are awaiting for the adoption that many game developers will start making use of NFTs. Most games being developed, especially the MMOs, they are a little bit hesitant for trading outside of their own game a variety of items, money, etc. So there might be some controversy concerning such games and such abilities to be enabled in game. However, if the game developers can work something out with ENJIN itself, I might see a decent future ahead, whereby in-game items can be minted and traded freely in the real world and not necessarily in-game. In any case, it opens up a lot of possibilities even for gaming companies. So future-wise, this is something you should take into account and keep an eye on. In any case, is it investing worthy? For myself, I dare say it doesn't entirely convince me or my portfolio. I have other cryptocurrencies in my portfolio that I'm more convinced of and will create some generational wealth long term. For me, will ENJIN coin make part of that immediately? Not necessarily. If you're a hardcore gamer, I'd say invest in it and start playing the games being developed on the ENJIN platform. It's a hot tip. By reason, I'm fairly certain they will grow future-wise. The reason why I wouldn't invest in it has to do with, I'm not such a convinced gamer. And to me, those NFTs, etc., aren't really, my priority. NFTs future-wise, I see a very big, a very nice future ahead. So in that regard, they say ENJIN coin future-wise is going to grow and is a very decent project. But as a gamer, I'd say, I cannot support the coin by reason that I'm not a very, intensive gamer. So if you want to help out the gaming community and are convinced of ENJIN coin, by all means, subscribe to the platform. It's a hot tip I'm giving here. Personally, I'm just staying clear of it by reason that I'm not a very convinced 100% hardcore gamer. I'm more interested in blockchain technology and cryptocurrency in general and educating people about it. So yeah, this wraps up the episode of the Crypto Bull. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you next time. If you like this video and other ones, please subscribe and like. If you want to help support my channel, below are some links towards my courses and a special support link. You can always donate. It helps me investing in better camera equipment and exploring other cryptocurrency projects for you guys to find out and to be educated about or to learn more about. Thank you guys once again for watching and hope to see you next time.